My name is Mark Rubin, and I'm a dream weaver. I hope these widgets help you weave your dreams into reality. This story is about business visualization, which is visualizing business systems in scale models. I had learned to visualize business systems in 1985 when I was mowing lawns. I did this when I was walking around behind a lawnmower in my neighborhood, and I was imagining all the money in my customers' bank accounts and all the processes needed to move the money from that bank account into my bank account. And those processes included things like marketing and sales, operations, which was mowing lawn, HR, which was me showing up, finance, which was borrowing the money to buy this lawnmower, admin, which is keeping track of schedules and things like that, and then special projects, which were things like sharpening the blade of the lawnmower and cleaning the carburetor and learning about engines and things. And I learned those functions when I was 15. I had a model of that. But the model that I had was not a model that I could explain to other people for a few reasons. First, I didn't know all those words. I didn't know the words for those things, but I knew what they meant. And I knew what they meant in color-coded objects and how they were related to other objects. So this year in the story was 2008. And I decided that I would translate this model. And this is actually a model of energy transfer. What I just explained were the functions that enable that transfer to happen. But a business is converting potential money in a habitat into kinetic money. And the components inside a business that do that is the potential money is on the sales funnel, which is a funnel of attention of people coming into an awareness that there is a product or service that they could use to create value in their life. And they could trade that value for the worth of their time, effort, and risk, which is called work, which we tokenize in the form of money. The other side of the equation, there's potential money, but then there's kinetic money, which is the money that's on the income statement, which is money you actually get, like the money that you get from a customer. As soon as they pay you, it becomes kinetic money and it flows into an income statement and is spent on a bunch of stuff like fuel or who knows what, marketing materials, repairs. And then whatever's left over, that's the net profit at the end of the sequences of work. This is the story of visualizing that in a way that I could explain this to other people. At this point in my life, I had translated this exact model into something that I could explain to at least one person. And it was a person named Jen who was helping me with my website. I decided to put this on a website, this idea about business visualization. I basically sat down with her and we went through the framework of how I was able to visualize complex business systems through simple tools like objects and colors and objects in motion that represent the velocity of the money at different points in the system. The idea of explaining this to people, it is a way to make businesses run more efficiently. Because when you can see all the pieces of a business, and when I say pieces, when you can see the size, scale, and speed of the potential money flowing through a funnel, and you can also see the size, scale, and speed of the kinetic money coming in and being spent, and you can see all the processes that are moving that money around, like the things that people are doing to move the money. And you can also see the performance of the people at each step in every process. And color code this whole thing. Red, yellow, green, where red is bad and yellow is okay and green is good. If you could see all the pieces and the performance of those things, you end up with a comprehensive model of the entire system. And you could see exactly where in the business you need to improve things get the maximum amount of value, which would correspond to a reduction in friction, which increases efficiency, business efficiency, and makes it more profitable, better use of resources. And so I made a website called businessvisualization.com, still exists. And I described how I create these models and what the benefit is. My objective of this website was to be able to create a framework that I could explain to a software developer later, which I did 8 years later when I created Visualizer, which is just the software version of what I just said, except it talks to Salesforce and automatically generates the models dynamically. What is important about this story, understanding and visualizing complex systems in my own mind is, I guess, useful, but sharing it with other people as a way to launch my eco project, Project Honeylight, felt like an important way to get the project going, because I know a lot of people in business, this kind of tool is helpful in terms of optimization. And so I wanted to spend time creating this tool, share these ideas with people, because I just thought it would be helpful. And I'm happy I'm at this part of life where I can explain it.